Granite Bay, California, just to validate some energy, some activity, some feelings, a vibration that doesn't quite settle well with the family. They're such a sweet family with some sweet pets, really cute, and it's a lovely area. I can see why they just want to enjoy their space, enjoy their home. We'd like to sort of restore the balance for them, get things more level. We're basically focusing in on my intuitive read, maybe a couple meter readings, but mostly on the blessing. This space needs to be restored back to a light, love, and positive balance so the family can just be happy in the space and enjoy the home that they have created together. So we're going to wander around, feel some energy. Initially I did feel a bit of it's almost a historical energy, an older gentleman that seemed to own a lot larger span of land at one point. And he said when we started driving down the initial part of this area, he said, "Welcome to my land." So I don't know who he is, but he just was welcoming to us. So that energy felt okay. He didn't feel problematic to me. But then I also felt a separate set of energy that almost seemed like it came from like a living agent, living human, sort of a jealousy and sort of a petty. It felt petty. It felt like a real strange vibration.
And that's not demons, those are...
That's a dog.
Those are the dogs, the cleansed dogs.
And they're also, and some of this energy, it's both female and male. It's not exclusive. There is like multiple bits of energy that feels almost fragmented. It feels like when a soul's energy is so weird that it shatters and like shards of it like shear off and almost pierce people. It's kind of how I'm seeing it, how I'm feeling it initially. And there seems also to be at least a couple of energies in the space that are positive. I can't tell if they're related to the family or they just came with the land and they're just nice. So I'd like to explore them a little more. As I walk around, maybe I'll feel them a little bit more. There's an older female, probably in her 70s, that seems to be cleaning up after everybody. Like she's straightening up after everybody. And so I'm not sure why, but she seems to be like picking up after, like, well, this goes here, this goes here, this goes there. So she has this real particular nature about her, just like, I'm just taking care, like, just taking care of everyone. So we'll just wander around. We'll see who comes forward, what energy comes forward, if any part of the house was heavier or lighter than another, and see what we can determine. But most of all, we just want to fix their home. So that is what we will do. Ah.
Right back in here, huh?
Yeah, that's sharp pain. That's widowmaker pain. That's they'll drop you on your. He's 5'10" to 6 foot at most, but probably not quite even that tall. Thin, but wiry. But there's like something like they didn't know about something. It's almost like something went wrong in there, and just like an electrical something went wrong in there. Something popped right in here. I don't know who he is. He may be, because he's showing it like a lot different time, so I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at with him. He just dropped. Wow, what a pain. And we have access to every room?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
my son's room.
Okay.
There's a lot of anxiety in here. This is it's almost like hyperactive anxiety in this space. It's like a lot of This is intense energy in here. I hurt a lot on the right side in here. Got a lot of right-sided pain, especially right here, and then down all the way down through. All the right side is hurting in here. It's very anxious energy in there. That's amusing. That's amusing. I'll have to take a picture of that. I like that. Winston wants to be part of the investigation.
Well, that's just fine.
That's just too funny not to take a picture of.
There's a little story behind that.
I bet there is. There is a lot of latent ability, and there's I'd almost want to measure the energy in this space because I feel
We can do that.
energy like coming off here. I almost feel like there might be some latent ability, like or intuitive ability, kind of, sort of like this, like a gut instinct, sixth sense thing going on. There's a lot of energy of like ability and sensing things and dreams. The dream. I almost think nightmares on this side though. There's nightmares on the side of the bed. But also it might be coming. No, it's the person who sleeps on that side of the bed. There's some sort of weird dreams. Strange dreams in that space. That man keeps following me with the chest pain. He keeps following me everywhere. Where are you?
Was he a shorter man?
Well, shorter than you. Everyone's shorter than you.
Okay.
No, he seemed maybe 5'10"-ish.
Okay, so that's pretty tall.
I mean, I can't. I have a hard time with that, but taller than me, but definitely shorter than you. But he keeps giving me this horrible, like, the whole chest is uncomfortable.
Yeah. I had a facial recognition misread, that's why, but it could have just been the lighting.
Okay.
That's why I asked.
He's a lot about respect and order. Respect and order. So, and the female seems, I don't want to say subservient energy, but like mindful of his energy, if that makes sense. Like she's mindful of what would make him annoyed or not in this space.
Okay.
Is that a peacock?
Can you shut that thing up?
That was a peacock.
Right on cue, too. That was creepy.
Weird. The living in this space, there's a, I want to say communication needs to be addressed or worked on. Better, healthier, mindful communication, productive communication, to where people are actually listening to one another instead of just.
You need to go get your
Yeah.
You need to say that again.
I was gonna get a notebook.
Yeah.
I keep having back pain in here too, like massive back pain in here. Whew, it's killing me. I get to feel the living and the dead, so I get to have a party. Something with the abdomen too, really difficult in the abdomen. It's really like, almost gets up into the reflux. It gets into the reflux energy. Like me, why do I have to be part of this? Why do to be part of this bullshit. Anyway.
I'm gonna be Oreoing.
Oh, well, no, snacking is good. I was feeling, so I feel energy from the living and the dead, and I get to do all the fun stuff, you know, that's my life. And I was feeling in this space, there is this need for more productive and fruitful communication. This need to communicate in a way that actually people are listening to one another, hearing, sharing. I feel that there is some sort of wall or blockage where communication isn't flowing as it's supposed to with all the living in the space. Like, people are not really hearing each other. They are splintering off into their own thoughts and directions. There's at least one soul in the place that isolates. There's like severe isolation in the space of one energy that's not sharing feelings. How's your dream life? Are there any nightmares or any or you just don't remember your dreams at all? Because I feel like there also could be a blockage there. There's a blockage. There's this blockage of energy and communication. There's just something where there's not a lot of flow, and I'm not sure exactly where it's coming from, but there's a flow issue. So being mindful of when you communicate with one another, that you're doing so in a way that is productive, to where you're pausing to hear each other, being respectful of the other person's thoughts and feelings and opinions, and just sort of, I don't know, that mutual goal to actually resolve an issue instead of just spewing feelings, actually something that's more productive and fruitful, I think would be, I feel like that's a part of the healing that would need to occur in the space, that would be part of the bringing up the positive energy in the space. There's other things at play, other energies from around, and there's some other spiritual energies that are kind of having a confluence. At least one of the people in the house is a sensitive. There's somebody in this house that has abilities. Haven't figured out exactly which one of you it is yet, but somebody has abilities, whether they know it or not. Sometimes people don't know that they do, and especially when they don't know that they do, and if they're stressed out at all, they can actually launch energy into the space and haunt themselves. That is a real thing, psychokinetic phenomena. Like a PK
for sure, yeah.
type of thing. But I feel like you have ability, but I also feel like maybe you do too a little bit. I think you kind of both do. What's funny is that if you actually took all the blocks off, you'd probably be the most profoundly gifted. You're really in tune to the universe, and you know stuff about places, people, things. It just the gut instincts it's phenomenal, but you don't tune into it. You don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with people. I don't want to deal with their emotions. I don't want to deal with their garbage. This is my space. Leave me alone. And so you like your lane, and that's fine. But denial of abilities often means you bring yourself down, and you haunt yourself, and you torture yourself. They're telling me the memories bother you. Something with memories. There's memories that bother you. So that's why you block. So if you block everything, you feel nothing, and you're safer in that space. I'm being bowed to right now. That was fun. I ain't never had that before.
You hit a grand slam.
Oh, well, thank you.
Wow.
Wow. So I think I'd like to roto-rooter all of you and clear a lot of your chakras and your energy. Oh, well, hello, babies. This is one of our friends that we've made.
Maybe it's
tonight.
their energy
there.
because it's their bed too.
Is this your bed?
Yes, it is.
It's you a cutie.
So, we just want to make this space great for all of you. We want all of you to just love your space, love each other, love the whole... you're living somewhere where it's really beautiful and really nice, and I want all of you guys to enjoy the space.
You can't beat country living.
Yeah, it's really, really nice and really lovely. And I'd like to kind of get to more of the bottom as we go along, but I feel a lot of it is, there's a lot of internal strife, a lot of internal pain, and that's really talk about your feelings, man, talk about your feelings, talk to somebody, anybody, talk to the dog. The dog will listen, won't you? Animals are the best therapists. They just listen and they love and they don't judge anything because they're great. Yeah? You agree?
What was the joke on Red? I saw some lady talking to her cat, and she was acting like she was acting like the cat could understand what she was saying, and they were talking back and forth, and she was answering questions for the cat, and it was just silly and just sad to watch this person think the cat understood what she was saying. I went home and I told my dog all about it, and we laughed.
Yeah. No, animals listen. They
do. They're great listeners.
They're the best healers. They're very therapeutic, to say the least. Yeah, you guys have actually really, like, there's been some painful moments. I've really, like, this is you just sit and stew in the space long enough, the pain is actually pretty deep. Words hurt almost more. And so you gotta watch your words. Yeah, that's the female, the female in the space, the older, like the spirit female. She's kind of telling me, it's like she knows, just, you can't unring the bell. And but then like the gentleman steps forward and goes, well, just. He's kind of more strong and stoic about things, and he's just like, well, but you can move forward, And so there's a lot of, like, hopeful energy, is kind of what I'm feeling, a lot of hopeful energy. So that gives me hope for the space overall, that you guys have a lot of potential for light to be restored in the space. This is pretty intense in here. But there's this like dichotomy of it. It's like there's like a zenness, but there's like a strainedness. I almost feel like a thunderstorm. I feel like I'm in the middle of a thunderstorm. That's what I'm feeling. I think we can keep walking through the space.
Good.
That's weird. So I saw something small jump in my bed.
Animal?
Yeah, it seems like an animal energy right there. In the corner of the bed. So you'd like to take over the world, but you're practical about it. But it's like this really interesting energy of like, well, there's the animal.
She predicted it.
Hey yo. Hi. Look at this. Look at this.
Cute.
There's this energy of it seems on the outside extroverted and outgoing, but there's such a profound, intense vulnerability, a fear of being too raw in front of people, like not wanting to count them all the way in, because man, like here you can get to this layer, but you sure as shit ain't gonna get to this layer. Like there's this real safety thing, like you want a safety net is kind of what I feel like, where you find where you want people to be, and you're kind of, there's some people that know a lot about you, but I don't think that there are very many, like you don't want to let everybody too close. It's not a cat. That's a damn bird. No, there's this energy of, oh, well, yeah, because you're probably smarter than most of the people, so that would make you want to, like, you don't relate to half those bozos. You've got a very healing energy, though. Like, everyone you're near, like, there's a healing energy. There's a very healing vibration about you. A loving, healing fixer. You're a fixer. So does that make sense to you? Mm-hmm. Okay. Hmm. I feel that older lady in here. Where she's coming. She's walking through. Where? This older lady just walking through the space. She's walking through here. Well, of course she's trying to pick up after you. She's picky. That's what my grandma does at my house. She picks up my room and she's like, never mind. She's given up by now. Yes, she's just in here she's trying to fix things. But she's a very sweet gal, so she's nice. She's okay. Very, very tender, sweet energy. Something with her throat is uncomfortable. I don't know if it's like a allergy or reflux. Something with her throat is irritated and a little bit right in the top of the chest, upper respiratory. Let's hope that was an animal. There is, I don't know, I feel somebody who's almost in their 20s that, I don't even know if they're alive. This was almost like something, they were going too fast with something, and it was something really fast. Who are you? Too fast. They don't want to show me that. That's really fast and like, it's very dark. Very dark. Small grass. So the way I receive information is very fragmented sometimes. I get like, it's like playing Pictionary with the other side. So I'll get these little random images. They'll just show me these little like pictorial things, memories, echoes of the past. Yeah, a lot of the energy in the space is from the living. A lot of this is from the living. But I also feel, I still feel this jealousy and resentment from somebody nearby. Just a weird energy, just a weird jealous energy coming from somewhere. I don't know where it's from.
But outside the house? Outside the house,
yeah. This is from outside the house. Internally, it's a lot of insecurity and panic and nervousness and anxiety and a lot of that going on in the space. But I also feel a lot of mindfulness and a lot of like trying to be present, trying to be mindful, trying to be meditative, trying to be focused. More of that the better. It's almost like backed up plumbing is what it feels like energetically. Has any of the things that obviously some of the stuff I felt in the one room hit home, made sense. Is there anything else that so far has like sparked a thought process or kind of got you thinking about something in general? Mm-hmm. Okay. Because as soon as I'm done with the walkthrough, like you can validate the hell out of all of this stuff that I've been feeling, if anything makes sense, because for me, I don't know where it fits, because I just get to feel it and see it, and that's how I perceive some of that stuff. I just get these little fragments and, like I said, Pictionary and connect the dots. So we'll have to kind of connect it all together. Well, this is happy. He's like, I love this Kong so much. They're very happy. Yeah, it's just, there's a lot of, and the abdominal, something with the abdominal discomfort is really bad for someone, I don't know, it's really uncomfortable. It's just like almost twisting pain in the abdominal region. So I don't quite like that pain at all. So I think we can move to the next area.
All right.
So just kind of a quick update on some of what we've been doing here tonight. Obviously we did a little walkthrough, but this has been more focused on the reading aspect and also soon to be the blessing aspect of the space. We were able to get some validation. It was pretty significant about both their energy, what made sense in different rooms of the house, that it really, spoke to them, that's relevant. We were sitting here and talking about a particular female spirit, got a REM pod hit, weren't filming it,
Of course.
Sorry, YouTube and social media land, but, we don't film everything. It's more about giving the clients the peace of mind than anything else.
Of course.
So, we got the REM pod hit, but we also picked up on a gal that was really nice, really helpful, picking up after everyone, trying to take care of everyone. A little bit of upper respiratory discomfort kind of thing going on, but very loving energy. Turns out our client was able to validate this was the spirit of her grandmother. She had a lot of asthma, and her personality really translated in what I felt. So it's great that she's in the space, but so this made sense too, that this felt like her, obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
And she seems like a nice lady. I mean, I really like her. She's really kind and really sweet. I'm glad she's looking out for you.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, she's really trying to just get you some balance in your space. Get you where you want to be in your
Absolutely.
space. So we got a lot of validation on that.
Yeah, for sure.
And several other things, obviously, about just their energy, what they're feeling, what they're going through, what they're experiencing. I kind of feel like we have a house full of sort of semi-intuitives, some of which are in denial, and everybody's bringing home energy from other spaces and depositing it in the space, and that's what's causing sort of the flux, the waves. There's a lot of emotional waves that are going through the space. Is that kind of how you're feeling? Just it's not quite as level as it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'd like to fix that for you and make it a little bit better in your space, because I can see how that, a lot of it is loving and positive and zen and good, and then you like walk through a wall of like, what the hell was that?
Yeah. It's almost like bracing for it, because you know it's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we'd sort of like it to be more sort of continuity through the whole space, where just one general level energy. And again, we've sort of talked to them about, maintenance, this is going to be a maintenance thing, because you guys, being a little bit sensitive, you might drag some stuff home with you once in a while, or if you have something where you don't get along all the time, you're going to deposit new energy in the space. So it's kind of like, like I said, like housework. You vacuum the carpet, smudge once in a while, maybe every couple of weeks, or maybe once a month, just to clear out some of the energy of had a bad day, hell, smudge yourself. So maintenance is key, but I really think that the energy overall is fixable, and I think you guys will notice a big difference initially, and then maybe if you just every once in a while want to polish it up. I don't think it'll be that hard to maintain. The smudging will also remove any energy that is coming from nearby spaces. If anybody else is sort of wafting toxicity from very nearby, shoo that energy out of the space. That's easy to do, because we're going to clear, we basically press reset for you. We're going to clear the energy out of here. But if anything sort of like trickles in, it'll be really easy to just kick it back out. It'll be like, nope, not today. And yeah, you guys do have control of your space. You are going to be the stewards of the space. Obviously, we can't live with you guys, so you know, so, you know, it's like we can reboot you, but then you want to be comfortable with just, hey, I feel a little heavy. I think I'm going to smudge today because I think that will make it feel better, and you can take control and take the power back. This is your space. This is your family's space. You have the right to enjoy this space. I mean, come on. You know, you've got wonderful pets, you've got a lot of happiness and a lot of love in this space. You don't need to be feeling like all of a sudden you're going to run into like a energetic brick wall. You don't need to feel that. That's not fair. That's not right. So we'd like to fix this, but I'm glad you could validate that. Are there other things you wanted to just kind of circle back, or do we kind of cover the majority of the things that we obviously validated the female, validated your guys' energy?
Yeah. Because you said you felt another, like, presence in my room.
I did, yeah. A younger, maybe a male. I wasn't quite sure, but it was a younger, someone in their 20s-ish, give or take, or one. They seemed young.
Yeah, that, like, first part didn't really, like, click with me, but then when you said, like, the too fast, and then you, like, said you felt like mud and, like, smelled grass, that's kind of, like...
That feels like it resonates for you.
Yeah, that kind of, like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm, like, just trying to connect stuff in my
Well,
mind.
no, and that's, I mean, if it makes sense, it makes sense. If it doesn't, that's fine. I just know what I feel in the space. But what I felt is, like, almost like, because I wrote down cars, so I wrote something vehicular, like something vehicular and fast. I wrote down about that particular, something with the cars, and I saw mud and trees and grass, and I smelt like that, you know how it smells when it's just like fresh, and they keep showing me a car, so that's what I keep seeing. So I don't know if it makes sense to you, but it's just an energy that came into the space.
Yeah, so, like, a good amount of that, it, like, makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, a good amount of that.
Okay.
Which would make sense.
So,
Yeah.
so they're validating that some of that is connecting to something that
That's fair enough.
that resonates. And then, of course, if you want to, like, off camera, if you
Yeah,
want to
of course, that's
describe or
fine.
explain
That's fine,
further,
too.
we can do that off camera. We don't have
Yep.
to do that on film. So, because again, out there in the social media world, what comes first for Spirit is our clients.
That's right.
We love to validate the experiences. We love to validate the evidence, all the fun, you know, meters and all that great stuff, and my findings and all that wonderfulness. But at the end of the day, what matters most is that our clients can love their home again, that they can enjoy their space again, that they don't have to feel weird in their space. And there is a man walking in the hallway. So that's fun. Why are you doing that? He's pacing in the hallway. Okay, I'll deal with him in a minute. Dead people. This is my life. Point being is that we just want to make our clients happy.
Yeah.
And apparently the dead happy too, because they want their moment. But he just wanders around. He's just a wanderer. I don't actually feel threatened by his energy. I just feel like he's wandering around a lot.
Okay.
I'm like, hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Yeah, he's just, what an interesting thing to have happen while I'm trying to talk. I see this like, I don't want to see that. So, welcome to my world. Okay, oh my God, he's like walking in that room too. Like he's just like pacing around in that room. What is the hell is going on now?
Okay.
So we're going to cut for a moment
Yep,
and regroup
absolutely.
my brain
Absolutely.
and figure out what in the hell is going on now.
Oh, knock it off, both of you.
We're not going to be fighting over the
Throwing it
Kong.
away.
Go take it away! Positive energy may remain in this space. Only love, only light, only healing energy. getting quite smudged.
Yeah, yeah.
Any energy that does not belong. Oh, there's a smoke detector. Okay.
Okay.
I gotta plan this one out. Positive energies welcome in this space. If you are not of love, if you are not of light, you may not remain in this space.
I don't used to film smudges, and now I do.
Oh, yeah, because the last time one of the last ones I blessed, an orb flew out of the wall.
While you're collapsing a portal.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
kinda-
to be fair, that was a portal collapse, and I was using paraffin spray.
That was quite a portal, too.
Yeah, so there was a little more intense of a process.
That's right. One of the few trifecta portals we've seen. Yeah.
Light in this space. Only positive energy.
Yeah.
Just want to draw a border right here.
That will work just fine.
Okay.
Say the words.
I'm not done yet.